Yo, what's good with y'all? In today's video, I got how to make a Battlegrounds game part 3. Don't worry guys, this is going to be a long series. I'm going to be adding in stuff, fixing stuff, removing stuff. Whole point is just to make improvements as well as add things. I don't want to just keep adding things consistently and then like there's a whole bunch of bugs. Pretty much part 3 is mainly focused on some bug fixes. I'm gonna pull the notes up so I remember everything. Okay, so as you guys can see, I made changes to the M1 system, made pretty much improvements to the M1 system. I fixed some issues and stuff. Shout out to, I can't remember their name, but shout out to whoever commented on my video mentioning, if you're watching this video, thank you for whoever mentioned that you can still select characters. Like, they pretty much told me that like, you press play, right? You click the character button, you select the character, and then, you know, the menu closes and stuff. You could still select characters even while the buttons weren't visible. They were still able to be clicked on but not visible and stuff, along with like other things. So I made the UI inaccessible when it, you know, it's not visible. I fixed some issues. Like I said, I improved the M1 system and stuff. I didn't want to do too much in one video because I don't want to like a 30-40 minute video, so I don't want to overwhelm you guys. That's why I'm like, okay, let me just focus on bug fixes and then just add improvements to the animation and M1 system. And then, you know, part 4 I can do I guess like specific skills and start adding in like, you know, other stuff like integrating respawnable dummies, ultimate bar, you know, stuff like that. Like it's a process type thing, if that makes sense. So yeah, for anyone who's watching this video for the first time, if you haven't seen part 1 and part 2, you're going to be confused. As you can see, we have a lot of stuff set up, so go watch part 1 and part 2 of the how to make a Battlegrounds game series. So thank you guys for everyone who's been supporting the series. I've been showing the video a lot of love, so of course I got y'all. Expect Jujutsu Kaisen part 2 to drop soon, probably the next video, like right after this one. Definitely, I thank you guys for all the love and support I've been showing on my videos, all the people who've been becoming channel members, Discord subscribers. I really appreciate all the love. All my subscribers, I'm about to hit 5.3 thousand subscribers. I appreciate all the love and support I've been showing, and let me go ahead and get straight into it though. Okay, so first things first, we are going to open up the animation folder. So you guys should remember this. So as you guys can see, it is different. Just to clarify, this is the character folder, you know, with the character and then the skills and stuff. Like, I'm not referring to this, I'm not referring to this, just in case people are confused. I'm referring to the animation folder. You guys see how I've changed it, right? So all you gotta do, right, just take your animations out, whatever they're in. Like, you know, these are M1 animations, just to clarify. These are M1 animations, just to clarify, right? I'm going to be adding on to it in the future, but for now, it's just M1 animations. So, you simply just want to insert a folder, name it each character. Make sure naming is important. Make sure your names match, you know, the buttons, text, and all that, right? So, character 1, character 2, character 3. So, as you guys know, or if you didn't know, character 1 is a weapon character. Character 2 is just a regular character with no weapon. So, they need different animations, right? So you guys do need your own animations, by the way. So simply, oh, that's glitched. Oh yeah, that's glitched. Dang, it's not the property. Hold on, it's not showing the right properties. So okay, hold on. Let me play and then stop. See if that fixes it. Cause it's doing this. I've had this glitch before, where like it's stuck on one property. Okay, there we go. Anyway, okay. So you have each character, right? Each character has their own M1 animations, right? And then you have the order. So again, some people's games do it differently. I just did one attack, first attack, second attack, then third attack, and then it just repeats. Some people have 4 attacks, some may have 5. I saw someone ask about 5, right? So of course you need an animation for each attack. So you would just keep going in the order you want them to play in. So, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many you want. If you just want 2, then 1, 2, and then it'll just repeat, okay? So you just want to insert your animation into the character folder, make sure it's the right character, right? But throw your animation ID in there and then just name it 1, 2, 3, whatever the number, right? And then you guys see just an example. Show you guys. I'm not using the knockback animation because these animations are for R15, but my knockback animation is for R6. So I'm gonna have to figure out a solution for that. But that's not for future. That's for future videos, anyway. Of the Battleground series, I'll just figure that out in the future. So yeah. So that's what changes with the animation folder. I hope I explained that well. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments and I got y'all. And stuff, right? Now for the character selector GUI, this is what I was referring to when someone first mentioned it, how you could access the buttons even though they weren't visible. So the way we fix that is by making the but I know this sounds weird, but we're gonna pretty much disable the buttons by making them not visible. I know we like literally right now we can't see them, but we're going to uncheck the visible property. This way they can't even be clicked. Because like if it's set to if the property visible is set to true, then you'll be able to click on them regardless of whether or not you can see them. I know that may be a little confusing, but sometimes I don't think it is. But yeah, so you just want to select all your character buttons and then just make sure visible is not selected, right? And then once you're done with that, let me just, okay, I'm good. Once you're done with that, now we get into the changes to the scripts, right? So let's open up the local script and then let's get into these changes. It's just the local script, it's literally some minor changes. We're going to be here for like a minute max. Okay, so to insert, so pretty much to update it so that we can have it so it makes it visible and not visible, all you simply want to do is go up here, enter, go right above the open tween, and you want to say v.visible is equal to true. This will mean that the text buttons will be set to true. I mean, that the buttons will become visible, right? But of course, remember, since their text transparency and background transparency set to 1, players won't actually get to see them just by setting this to visible. This is just making it so that they'll slowly appear and stuff, right? Now, for this, we have to do this a little differently for the close tween. So after the close tween is done, we're going to set up a function. We're going to say close tween dot completed connect function. When the close tween is completed, we're then going to say v.visible is equal to false, so they're no longer visible, right? That's all the changes we got to do up here. Then one last change, we're going to go right here. And so we're going to do else if event type is equal to quotation marks. You're going to say joined enter. So this was a bug I found myself. We're pretty much character 1, like I said, is a weapon character. Whenever I join the game, remember how we set it to where by default the player's character is character 1, right? So whenever I joined the game, I noticed I wasn't getting the weapon, and that was because it was only triggering the character select event whenever, like, you know, you're clicking on a button. But of course you need to select the character when a player joins the game, because that's how a Battlegrounds game works. It's not like a RPG where like you build your character and then click play in a menu or something. Like you need to automatically have a character selected. So we're simply just going to fire the character selecting, right? We're going to say, not combat event, core event, fire server, in quotation marks. We want to put character select, comma, you're going to do this a little differently, quotation marks, and then you're going to put your whatever your default character is for your game. If it's character 2, put character 2. If it's character 3, whatever, or whatever the name of your characters are and stuff. Like I said, my default character is character 1, so we're going to put character 1, and then we're going to add this onto the server side, so you guys will see how it applies there. Then let's go ahead and make a little change to the leader stats script. So for leader stats, we're going to need to add the core mode event up here, because like I said, we're going to need to fire it. We're pretty much going to fire it when the player joins. We're going to add it to this function. Whenever the player joins, we're going to fire it from server to client back to server. It's pretty much going to fire from the leader stats script to the core local script back to the core server script. So then let's set up a variable for the core event. We're going to say local core event is equal to game that replicated storage away for child core event, right? Then made one little change here. This was another bug I found. So I accidentally set the value of the default character to character 1, so it wouldn't even select the proper character and stuff, right? Because as you guys can see here, that the characters, it's character space then the number. So this would never work. So if you left it like this, then make sure you correct it so that it matches whatever the character's name is inside of the folder. They need to match exactly what it is, right? Then above attack number, I'm sorry, not above attack number, below attack number, we're going to add combat status, right? So let's really copy and paste this to save our time. So let's Control C, Control V. You're going to change this to combat status. I'm introducing combat status. This is literally the first time I've ever introduced this into videos. Now I made videos kind of like, you know, like about blocking and parrying, but this is the first time like I'm actually showing like actual status. And I have a video coming out soon on combat statuses. But anyway, let's Control C, Control V, Control V, just paste it over. Boom, combat status. This is going to be a string value, right? And then by default, you're going to set the value to just blank, just quotation marks, 2 quotation marks. This pretty much is the status of like a player can be attacked. Like they're not doing anything. They're not blocking. They're not attacking. You know, we're going to add more statuses as time goes on. But for starters, not for this video. For this video, I'm going to introduce like attacking. Yeah, like attacking and, you know, stun lock. That's what I'm gonna introduce. But for like future videos, of course I'm gonna add like, you know, there are different priorities to combat status. Like, you know, you have like regular M1s, that you can interrupt, but then you have things like cinematic attacks, like players using like an ultimate ability or something like that, you can't interrupt that stuff, like if it's a cutscene or stuff like that. So that's why combat status is important. Setting combat statuses are important. Then we're going to then I'm gonna do that. Then we're going to fire the motive, and this is what I was talking about. We're going to say core event fire client singular. Make sure it's client. Then you're going to fire it to that specific player, comma, in quotation marks, put joined. That's what I was talking about right here. Boom, join. So it fires the character. So we're going to select the so it's going to select the character first, right? Then we're going to set up the hitbox. If you watch my video on how to make hitboxes, you will see this is the exact same code. So this will look very familiar. If you already have it, you could really just copy and paste it to save yourself some time. But yeah. So we're going to say player.character added, connect function, right in parentheses, put character. Enter. So pretty much every time a player dies and stuff, we're going to be creating the hitbox. So we're going to say local hitbox is equal to instance dot new in quotation marks, put part, parented to the character's humanoid root part, boom. Then we're going to set up a bunch of properties after we set up the weld constraint. So it's equal to instance dot new weld constraint. I have a video on hitboxes if you want to hear me talk about it more in depth. So yeah. Anyway, weld constraint dot part 0 is equal to hitbox, and then weld constraint dot part 1 is equal to character that humanoid root part. Then I'm gonna say hitbox that name is equal to quotation marks hitbox, right? I'm gonna say hitbox dot anchored is equal to false. Hitbox, let me just go down a little bit. Hitbox dot massless is equal to true. Hitbox dot can collide is equal to false. Hitbox dot can touch is equal to false. Then hitbox dot transparency is equal to 1. Hitbox dot size is equal to vector3 dot new, and then in parentheses you're going to put 5 comma 6 comma 2.5, but the sizing is the exact sizing is up to you guys. This is what I went with. And then I mean, you can set the color, not that it really matters in all honesty, but you could say hitbox. Like if you want to see the hitboxes, then I would recommend doing this. Like, you know, like for testing, of course, not like in the actual game. But yeah, you would set the color to a nice red. And then lastly, we're gonna pivot it. We're gonna say pivot to. We're gonna set it C frame. So pivot to character dot humanoid root part dot C frame. Boom. And just like that, we are done on the server side. We're done with the leader stat script. We can then move to the core server script and stuff, right? So let's move to the core server script. So over on the core server script, so like I said, I made a fix here. So there was a glitch here where it wasn't giving me the weapon when I respawned and stuff. So to fix that, I simply just I deleted this whole search thing, and I just pretty much said if it matches the character's name. Yeah, if it just matches the character's name stuff, and that fixed it. And yeah, that fixed it. Oh, just as a reminder, if you guys are using, like, you know, you guys are doing what I'm doing, like you set up the system and stuff, if you are encountering any bugs and stuff, now if you go and do something, like you change something and stuff and you're encountering bugs, then no, that's not how to fix. But if like y'all set it up the way I set it up and you're encountering any bugs, fixes, people can abuse this or that, please leave a comment, DM me, let me know stuff, because that's what other people did, and that's how I was able to fix the stuff. Because I do test the stuff to make sure it works, but I'm not spending hours, you know, finding every bug. So let me know in the comments if there's any issues, and I will take note of it and I will fix it and stuff. So just let me know, and then of course in part 4 I'll address it, and then you can have your fix there if you haven't already fixed it yourself. But still let me know though, because you know, other people, and just to let other people, in case other people don't know about the bug, whatever. Moving on. We're gonna scroll down here. So we're gonna, like I said, I made some improvements to the M1 system. So for this, you're gonna say you're going to leave this as is. You're gonna go after this line, and then you're gonna say, and player.combat status.value is equal to, in quotation marks, is equal to, in quotation marks, stun locked. I might remove the tables and stuff, like the cooldown tables, and just rely on statuses. That's what I might do, but I'm not sure yet. And that wouldn't be done like to like a future, like part 5 or part 6 and stuff. But I'll think about how I wanna go from here. But anyway, so yeah, so you add that, and then I want to say, yeah, actually, yeah, we leave the rest of everything. We leave all that the same. We do edit the skill a little differently. There was a bug with it. I honestly don't know how I got this to work the first time, unless I just didn't test it. Like, I'm starting to think I really just didn't test this. The skills, I ran into an issue with the skills. I don't know. But anyway, So here's how I fixed it, because it was pretty much just sending over the words of the like the word version of the number instead of the like the string version of the number, which would mean like it was sending like one instead of one, right? So it would be, you guys see how like it's, you guys see how here it's skill one, it would be skill one instead of skill one. So we're just gonna set the skill number value. We're just gonna set it correctly. So we're gonna say if skill number is equal to, in quotation marks, 1, enter, you're going to say skill number is equal to 1. You guys see what's going on here. Pretty simple. Else if skill number is equal to, quotation marks, 2, then skill number is equal to 2. Else if skill number is equal to 3, enter, skill number is equal to 3, right? And then else if skill number is equal to 4, then skill number is equal to 4. Boom, right? Nice and simple. Let me double check. Okay, wait. Okay, I'm good. Anyway, so yeah, so once you're done with that, we set the skill number, we're good to go. Now we move on to the module script, which is a few more adjustments. Okay, yeah, okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even realize it opened correctly. Okay, so here, slight fix with this. So I fixed the issue because the error was coming from here stuff. So you don't really have to fix anything here. The only thing I would just say was like change this. Like I forgot to change the names. So character 2, character 3. That's really the only thing, but that's not really an issue. But we go up here, right? And I actually shortened this. Well, technically that's not true. I really just changed the way this is done and stuff. So let's do it like this. So you can really just delete everything, right? First things first, you're gonna get the player's character. You're gonna say local character is equal to player.character, and then you're going to set up the animation track. You're gonna say local AT is equal to character.humanoid, load animation. Then you're going to put the animation folder, regular bracket. You're gonna say player.current character. That value is how we know which character the player is using. Then you're gonna go in between the regular bracket in parentheses, and then you're gonna put another bracket, right? You're gonna put another bracket in between, and then you're gonna say to string attack number, right? So you're gonna convert it to a string. Then afterwards, you're going to say AT player, right? Then you don't have to set it up for each one. Then we're gonna get the hitbox. We're gonna say local hitbox is equal to character dot humanoid root parts dot hitbox, right? Then we're gonna say hitbox can't. We're gonna enable can't touch so that so hitbox can make contact with things, right? Then we're gonna say hitbox dot touched connect function in parentheses put hit enter, right? Then we're gonna have a long if statement. We're gonna say first if hit dot parent find first child in parentheses, and then in quotation marks you're going to put humanoid first. Make sure it's either an NPC. Also, by the way, so the way the M1 system works, you can only test this with NPC players or real players. So you'd have to click test and then play and stuff. So yeah, you'd have to test like that because it relies on combat status, which combat status are only put inside of actual players, not NPCs. So that's the first making sure they have the humanoid. Then making sure that the names don't match, so the player isn't attacking themselves. So nil equal to player.name, and then game.players find first child. Then you're gonna put hit.parent. And this is to ensure it's a player. But what's more important is really to see the combat status. So combat status dot value is equal to quotation marks. I'll probably change this in the future, but this is just what's going to be now, so that we know that the player is not stun locked. And of course, we need to make sure that the hitbox that can touch is equal to true. Boom, and just like that, enter. All right. And I was honestly wondering where the arrow was coming from, but anyway. Then we're gonna get the enemy character. We're gonna say local enemy character. I did not include knockback in this simply because like I said, the knockback animation, I have to find another one, but I have videos on knockback if you guys are interested to see how that works. Anyway, we're gonna say enemy character is equal to hit.parent, right? Then I'm gonna get the enemy player. I'm gonna say enemy player is equal to game.players find first child enemy character.name. Then I'm gonna say enemy player.combat status.value is equal to quotation marks. stun locked so that they can't, turn around and just punch the person attacking them. Then I'm gonna say player dot combat status dot value is equal to quotation. Oh, sorry, I did this wrong. Just one equal sign is equal to quotation marks. You're gonna put attacking in parentheses M1 because of course we need to clarify which attack, like because if it's like an ultimate or something, you obviously aren't gonna be able to interrupt that with M1, right? Then you're gonna of course take away their health. So enemy character dot humanoid that health is less than or equal to 10 or however much damage you want to do. Then you're gonna wait. So I found that waiting 0.8 seconds works for my animations. You guys may have to adjust this time. Just adjust the time to make sure the player isn't losing too much health. Like they aren't getting double hit or anything, just stuff like that. It's supposed to match with your animations. Then you're gonna say enemy player dot combat status dot value is equal to quotation marks. So they're no longer stun locked. Then you're gonna go after you're gonna click that arrow and go after the function. And then you're gonna say at.ended, which pretty much means the M1 animation has concluded. So once that's finished, boom, you're then going to make it so the hitbox can no longer be touched. And then you're going to set the player's combat status back to regular. That value is equal to just quotation marks, right? And then boom, just like that, guys, we are done stuff. Because it took like, what was it, like 20 minutes? Yeah, 20 minutes. But like I said, this video was more so for just fixing and adjust. I don't know. I said fix. I don't know what happened. It's like I had a list for a second. Anyway, this video was mainly for fixing and adjusting things and stuff. But yeah, as always, if you guys want access to any of my scripts and models, you guys can become either a channel member or a Discord subscriber. Oh, did I never remove those? Oh, I never. Wait, I'm confused. I didn't remove the breakpoints. Wait, what is it talking about? That's not from the current one. What is it talking about? Oh, I see. Okay, here. I'm not totally sure why. I don't know if is it because I just didn't publish it or something? Because I inserted breakpoints onto the scripts, so I know what I changed. Because it's a long script. I don't know. Maybe I just had to publish it. I don't know if maybe that's why. So like I'll just publish it with the changes. But anyway, so like I was saying, if you guys want access to any of my scripts and models, you guys can become either a channel member or a Discord subscriber. Link to be found in the description. I highly recommend it. Everyone has said that they don't regret buying and stuff. They enjoy it because you get all the files and scripts, and I can help you with stuff one-on-one. As long as it's my stuff. But let's go ahead and test the machines. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now we're good. Once it loads, here's how you guys are gonna have to test, unless you guys just have people to test with. Okay, there we go. So, as you guys can see, I spawned on my character. This was one of the fixes and stuff because it wasn't spawning in with like the bat. It was spawning in with the weapon and stuff. Okay, so let's see. Okay, there is an issue because I'm left clicking. Nothing is happening. What's going on? I'm left clicking. There's no arrows on the server side. What is going on right now? Huh. See, this is why I always test. This is why I started testing, because for stuff like this. What is going on? Why isn't it doing anything? Wait, let me see. Is it changing my status? This is player 1. Okay. So combat status. Oh, so it's just not triggering that function at all. Okay. Alright, so let's go back. Let's go figure this out, guys. Okay. So that must mean this function must not be getting called. Comment module.m1. Oh, I see what I did wrong. My fault, guys. I meant it's not an equal sign here. Nil equal. Sorry. Pretty much it was saying a play, like the way we had it, it was only gonna let us use an M1 attack if the player was stun locked, which obviously doesn't make any sense. Stuff. That's the problem. Okay. So yeah, so just change that to a nil equal to sign, and then you should be good. Let's see what this is talking about. I mean, I feel like they improved the time. I don't know. Like, it just feels like you load it faster when it comes to testing. So I don't think this works when spawn chills are on. Not totally sure. I'm just going to wait for spawn chills to go off, and then we're going to see. Okay. There we go. There we go. As you guys can see, there we go. We got the M1 system and stuff. I haven't added sound effects. I probably should add sound effects, but yeah. I'll probably do that in part 4. But yeah. So all that sound effects and stuff. That's how you do. That's how you make the improvements to the M1 system and stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave like, subscribe. I got you with part 4. Y'all already know I'm gonna continue the series, but of course continue to show it love. I greatly appreciate it. If you guys need any help, join my Discord server. I have some helpers that are, they're eager and waiting for you guys. Got my boy Origami, as well as Sticks, and some other people that are waiting to help you guys. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next video. Yeah.